Hello students, today we are going to study communication skills of class 10 AI. Now, the very first thing is what is communication? Now, communication is basically is sharing of information between two or more individuals or within a group to reach a common understanding. So, communication is basically sharing of information so that we can provide information to the other people. Uh, now, इन अदर वर्ड नाउ हाउ डू वी कम्युनिकेट हम कैसे कम्युनिकेट करते हैं बाय एक्सचेंजिंग इंफॉर्मेशन स्पीकिंग राइटिंग एंड यूजिंग सम अदर मीडियम like this time I am speaking and writing is already there, and then other is the way of some other means like signals are there, signs are there. So this comes under communication. Okay, now what is next in the types of in the communication? What are the three important parts? कौन से तीन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट्स है? एक है ट्रांसमिटिंग, द सेंडर कम्युनिकेट्स द मैसेज थ्रू अ मीडियम, इट्स सेंड. लिसनिंग, द रिसीवर लिसन्स एंड अंडरस्टैंड द मैसेज. एंड थर्ड, हाउ विल दैट sender will come to know that message has been received. So feedback. तो थर्ड है कि फीडबैक, किसी तरह का फीडबैक फ्रॉम द यूजर फॉर द कंप्लीट कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस. Okay, so the three parts are the transmitting, listening, and feedback. Now, for any communication, now, if you look at the information, now, if you have to communicate anything, this communication, first thing, it starts with the sender, the one who want to send the information. Secondly, the sender will sends a message, need to send the message. Now, this message, जो आप मैसेज देंगे वो it is need to be in a certain form. So the form we say is called encoding in any form. For example, you are writing, आप लिख के दे रहे हैं, आप बोल के दे रहे हैं, किसी तरह के सिंबल या साइंस से आप समझा रहे हैं, कभी कभी डायग्राम से समझा रहे हैं. So that all comes under encoding. And after getting the information, it is to be sent through a channel. Okay, through a email, through some kind of pamphlet, any document जिससे हमने information दिया. Then the receiver need to, after receiving the information, receiver need to understand the message. That step is decoding. So these are the various elements of communication. Okay, so the same thing is there in this same slide. So it starts, it sends a message, then receiver is there, and after receiver will decode the message, and again it can send a feedback to the user. So once again, in the communication cycle, what are the main elements? One is sender, the person starts the communication. Second is the message information that sender wants to convey. And third is the channel, the means by which the information is sent. So the sender is the person who's starting, in message is the information to convey, and channel by means it is to be sent. It can be verbal means, it can be non-verbal means. Okay, so these are the two basic means are there. Then you have the receiver in this communication channel and the feedback. Feedback is once receiver understand, he needs to give acknowledgement or some kind of response that message has been received, right? Okay, now before we go further, I would like to discuss that this entire thing about the course which is we have developed. So this is the complete course for class 10 AI, and this class 10 AI course material which is for your board exam preparation. So this is now the price is even less. It is 499 at the moment. So the price is less, and this is covering all the material which is there for your exam. So for every chapter of employability skills, there is a PDF is there. There is a quiz is there, right? There is a quiz is there which you can do. Self-management PDF quiz is there, which you can attempt. Then subject specific for each chapter of again like your PDF is there for each of the chapters, revisiting this thing. This is as per your latest syllabus, right? Your AI project quiz is there. Then your similarly for your chapter like evaluating models. So you will getting all the information here at one place. So if you go through the theory, then you attempt the quiz, so you will getting a full understanding of the chapter. Then you have a facilitator chapters are there. So CBSE has given a book, facilitator book. तो आप उस book के जो chapters हैं, these are all given here. And the best part is that in that chapter there are some that chapter summary is also provided separately. So instead of reading the entire this, you can go through the summary of this thing. Okay. So this summary will also give you the entire summary. So this all which is there in the latest syllabus, right? So it will also help you in understanding the content very easily. And then in every chapter and there are some question answer are there in this facilitated chapter. So you can go there. So those question answers, their solutions are also given. So you can go through the solutions, right? So at one place you will be getting the entire thing, and this particular course is also not very expensive. It's just at the moment the price is till the month December 31st. The price is 499. So if you are interested, you can purchase this course material. Okay, so we are going back to, so this is the course material is there. Okay, so you can buy this course for just 499. So this is a very helpful course material which will cover the entire thing at one place. Okay, so let's continue our chapter of communication. So we have covered till this medium. Okay, now the method of communication. See, there is a verbal communication which involves spoken words either face to face. तो verbal communication में आप phone call है, video conference है, directly face to face. So here we can give speeches, presentation, meeting. Non-verbal communication is basically with the help of the facial expression, body language, gesture. Uh, and here basically we include the voice, eye contact, okay, and physical even contact involved. Okay, like shaking hand with someone. Then there is a written communication. Nowadays, like written communication is mostly जब people are far, दूर है किसी से आप, तो obviously you will not speak directly to them. Today you can do obviously video conferencing and all this can be done. But again, you are not all the person is not available. तो आप उसको written message दे सकते हैं. So it's a common in professional and academic. Then visual communication. Now, visual communication in the terms of graph, chart, infographics, videos, etc. So this is also like at this moment, like this is a one video. So this is also it's a type of a visual communication. Okay. Now the next is the digital communication. Nowadays, obviously there are everybody is aware. Nothing to say about this social media, okay, instant messaging, email, etc. Then there is a communication which is a formal communication. Like you are writing a application to your school principal, right? Or in offices you are sending anything. So there is a certain format. So जहाँ कोई format हो, structured हो, so that is a formal communication. Informal communication is very common, like you are telling something to your friend. So these are all informal. So these are casual communication. So these are the methods of communication. Uh, now, next is the types of communication. One is the interpersonal communication. And though individual में one to one, interpersonal. Here also there can be formal, like a manager is discussing something with the employee. So obviously it will not be very casual. Or two friends, they are discussing, so it will be an interpersonal communication. Right, written communication, you have already know that it can be report, mail, and all this written to this. All right. And then you can have a communication in a small group, press conference, team meetings, board meetings, where more than two people are there, but it's not a big crowd. Okay. So there is also a small group. Public communication is where like your bigger, where more number of people are there. Okay, big companies, press conference may not be considered in that way, but again, it's a public communication in a way. There can be lot many people are there. Okay, they can be of different types of people, everybody, and team meeting, etc. Oral or spoken communication is face-to-face conversation, talking on phone, classroom teaching, business meeting. These are all type of oral communication. And written communication can be writing on paper, SMS, emails, and all this coming in. And what is the advantages of verbal communication? So this type of question comes to very important is a quick and direct. It is a very direct communication. Is clarity is there because you are directly you can see a person, so the information is coming directly to you, builds teamwork, and there is a less confusion, and it's a flexible when if the person doesn't understand you can change it. Okay, you can say it in a different way. तो इसमें आप बता सकते हैं कि कैसे इंफॉर्मेशन it is a direct and verbal communication, that way it's a better. Okay, so like if you have to send some information to someone, so it is always better if it is important information to convey it verbally. So it is a fast and easy, can express emotion, reduce confusion, builds teamwork, and can change based on user reaction. Disadvantages is there if there is a lot of matter. बहुत सारा कुछ आपको बताना है तो obviously verbal communication can create confusion. Message can become unclear. And again, if the language of the people who is listening is not the same, so it may create a confusion, right? So this is something we need to do. So we have seen the good verbal communication. Public this speaking is a layer, prepare, practice, and perform. And practice is obviously in a public speaking manner. If you are need to, so you need to say these things and rehearse these things so that you don't feel nervous before. So obviously preparation is the best remedy for nervousness, and you need to perform. Okay, so that you need to practice it. That is the simple meaning of this. Non-verbal communication is basically exchange of messages and information without using any written. Because many times you need to send the information if a people is far, obviously, to non-verbal. So in non-verbal, you have to send signal messages, all these things as a communication. Okay. And obviously it is very how to important because you have to express the emotion, you have to build the trust, okay, and support the verbal, and it always like, and sometimes you are expressing something, so you show the diagrams, the charts, graphs, or some pictures, so it will gives a better understanding of a thing. Okay, so it's a quick, is also quick understanding is there, like you're showing clapping for someone. So immediately the person understand they are liking. So it shows confidence and all this. So there are types of no, this thing, facial expression, posture is there, body language is there. Okay, touch by handshaking, space is there, physical distance. So if you're close to a person, so obviously eye contact is there, very important. Paralanguage. Paralanguage means how it affects our communication, includes the tone, speed, and volume. So paralanguage means these are also part. How you are saying something. You can, when it's same thing, you can say in a different way. So the tone will also decide. Come here, and if you shout and come here, so it gives a two different tone. It's a paralanguage. Right. So advantages we have already discussed. This kind of advantages are there. Disadvantages also there because in non-verbal communication, maybe the diagram which is good for in one particular culture, maybe that same symbol may not work in the other. Or without words, sometimes clarity is not there. Okay. So visual communication is also involved sending and understanding messages through images or pictures. Right. So this is coming under the visual communication, and there are different types of visual communication. Mostly people in traffic light and all these are the examples of visual communications. Okay, and feedback. Now feedback can be positive, it can be negative, and there can be no feedback, right? So positive feedback, good job. Negative feedback, please smile when you talk to, or something like, means you are telling, guiding someone that this something is there. Okay, so feedback is very important because it gives an idea whether the sender has information has received properly. And feedback should be specific, helpful, and kind. Right. So this is there, and obviously with the feedback, your understanding is there, your confidence will come, and you know that with the feedback, you know next time you can do better. Okay, so feedback should be clear and specific, timely, polite, descriptive, authentic, and there are two types of basic. There formal feedback and informal. Formal is like in a kind of a form, like in your score in a school report card. Report card is a kind of a formal feedback. Informal, if somebody telling you through the messages, it's an informal feedback. And then you have a descriptive feedback, not descriptive feedback. Then you have a specific feedback, non-specific feedback. Okay. Then you have a positive and negative feedback. So positive and negative feedback is the most important one from board exam point of view. Then what are the barriers? So there are physical barriers are there, linguistic barriers are there. Okay, physical barrier means the person is quite far, a building is there, so you cannot communicate. Okay. Linguistic barrier is also their language, two different people language. So this is their interpersonal, persons with different attitude, you cannot culture or the different culture is there, so it may become a barrier. All right. For effective communication, we have 7 C's, which is clear, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, and courteous. So clear message should be clear, to the point, concrete, and it should be correct. Okay, because sometimes grammatical things also gives a different meaning. Coherent, it should be connected, it should be complete, and obviously polite and respectful message gives you better understanding. So here we come to the end of the slides which are there. So as I have already discussed earlier, that this entire material is there for you. Then there is a quiz test is there. Then even the separate question bank is there on this one. Okay. So this chapters, if you go for the question bank, separate question banks is there. For communication skill question bank is here. So there's a quite many topic revision and everything is there for entire AI syllabus. So I suggest you to purchase this particular course material so that you can appear for the your board exam with confidence and you can score uh, good marks in your exam. So here we comes to the end of the this particular lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the self-management. Till now, till then, thank you for watching this.